pressure, where I might just turn and kind of give him a dirty look and get my ears back at him. If he moves out of the way, the other horse will just release the pressure and let him go. If he doesn't go, or he doesn't go far enough or fast enough, the other horse will keep this and add something else, maybe tossing his head at him a little bit if he moves, or release and let go. If not, more pressure. He'll walk that towards him if he moves, or release and let go. And if not, the other horse come with a whole lot where he's walking up with that dirty look, reach out there and just bite the heck out of him. And you can pretty much count on Valentino, really wanting to get away from that kind of pressure. So what I'm trying to show is the horses that use the increasing phases to ask. They stop asking once they get the result that they want. What I'm also showing is what's going to happen if when we go riding today, if you just climb up on the horse and just sit on him like a passenger, just let things happen to you, we're going to see some horse behavior. We'll see your horse give the dirty look and threaten to bite. Maybe bite or kick one of the other horses as he moves them around out on the trail. And that sort of thing, that's just horseplay. Most of us have heard the expression, stop horsing around. And you get told that when you play too rough. Horses play rough. They'll bite each other. They kick each other all the time. And that's fine for horses. It is not any fun when we get involved with it. It is no fun to be on a horse that's biting or kicking another horse. It is even less fun if your horse is the one who is getting bit or kicked. And if Valentino makes a mistake out there today, he bites or he kicks one of us, well, that's going to be like the least amount of fun that we could have. So when we ride, we each have this responsibility of keeping our horses busy so that they're doing our horse and rider jobs and they don't just go out there and act like a group of horses that we set loose without you. And that's what we're going to talk about, is how to make sure that you've got your horse doing your horse and rider jobs. Now when it's time for us to get you up onto the horse, we're going to be there to help you and to give you some more precise instruction. Right now, what I would like you to think about, when you get up there, make sure that you let yourself sit on him gently. Don't just get up there and go piling into the saddle. That's a cool way to get things started. So you want to be cautious about your balance, conscientious of your horse, and we'll get you up there without getting him all bent out of shape and upset with you. When we do go to get horseback, we're going to be going from the mounting blocks over here. This is going to make things easier for you guys. It's going to make things easier for us. It also makes things easier for the horse. So we'll get you up on the mounting blocks.
Yeah.
Dark horse. I thought you had Valentino. Who's the horse?
Valentino starts to move away, you go with him, and I'll sit nice and gently. I do not want to get myself in a situation where I get stuck standing on that mounting block with my foot in the stirrup. He's moving away and I'm trying to get my foot to go loose before he pulls me down. Once we get you up here, we're going to get your stirrups adjusted so that we have them the correct length for your legs so that you can get your foot in with just the front part of your foot or the ball of your foot into the stirrup. And you want to get your heels down and your toes up. And what that's going to do for you, it really helps to give you a good deep seat into the saddle, a good balanced foundation from where you can communicate with your horse. But it also sets you into a very neutral position where you're not accidentally applying any pressure against him that you don't mean to. And that's really going to be the way that this works, is when Valentino is doing the things that I want him to do, which right now is nothing, I'm not going to put any pressure. So I'm going to leave my hands relaxed on the reins. I'll leave my legs relaxed, and I'll leave my body relaxed. It's going to be the same way if I have him walking or trotting or cantering up the trail. If he's doing the job that I want him to do, I'm going to go with him and stay out of his way. Let him do what I've asked him to. But if I change my mind and I decide that I want something different than this, or if he starts to go off to do his own thing and I've got to get him to stop it, the way that I'm going to cause my idea to become my horse's idea is going to be very similar to the way that the other horse would. I'm going to start with some very light, subtle pressure. If I get the result that I want, I'll stop asking. If I don't get the result that I want, I'm going to add more pressure and more pressure and more pressure until he does the right thing. Now, of course, the phases of pressure that we're going to be using will be different than what the other horse uses, but the idea is really the same. So let's start by talking about asking him to go forward. I'm going to talk about a smile, a squeeze, a smooch, and then a spank. When I say a smile, I don't mean that I'm just getting a happy look on my face. There's going to be more to it than that. It's going to start right here with my reins, and you see I've got both together in one hand, and I've let the extra part come out by my thumb. The part that goes down towards Valentino comes out by my little finger. asking him to go forward, I say that it's a smile, but it's not just a grin. I'm going to start by letting the reins go forward so my fingers go down by his fur. I'm going to look ahead up the trail where I want him to go, and I'll pretend somebody's out there taking my pictures. I'm really going to sit up straight, lifting my chin, my chest, getting some good energy in my posture. If Valentino picks up on this and he starts to go forward, then no, I can take some pressure. Allow myself to ride with him, kind of staying interested in where he's going, carrying if I ask him to go with that smile and he doesn't go, that's okay. I'm going to keep right with it. So I would still keep my reins forward. I'd still keep my focus forward. If Valentino doesn't move forward, I'm going to have to add the next phase of pressure. And I say that's going to be a squeeze. The squeeze is just making my toes into a fist inside my shoes, and then bringing my legs from my knees all the way down to my heels in against his belly for a squeeze. When he goes forward, I take that squeeze away. So what you're going to notice is that I'm not talking to you about a kick, and I'm not talking to you about a tap. There is no rhythm in my legs. There's nothing abrupt. It's just a big hug against him. When I get the result that I want, I let the hug go. If I ask him forward with a smile and he doesn't go, and I add the squeeze and still he doesn't go, I keep on smiling. I'm going to keep holding the squeeze against him. My next phase of pressure, I say, is a smooch, and a smooch is just that. Big old smooch. If he goes forward, I'm done. I can release all of that pressure to get by. If the smile, the squeeze, and the smooch don't move it, now we're there in the fourth phase, and I talked to you about that as being a spank. Understand the spank that we're using, that's not any kind of punishment to Valentino for not doing the right thing. It's just good, clear, direct pressure behind him. It makes very good sense to pick up and get going forward. If you get to that point today where your smile and your squeeze and your smooch don't move him, you don't want to surprise him or offend him with a spank. You don't want a horse thinking that he's got to protect himself from you. So you want to make sure that you keep your smile, keep your squeeze, your first spank. Big and obvious is going to come way up, and just let it drop onto you. If he goes, you're done. If he doesn't go with a spank that drops onto you, your next spank just the same, but it would come through and drop onto your horse. And you see, I'm not talking about a big old wall. I'm just letting my hand drop onto him, and I would continue to drop some spanks, one after the other, until I get the result that I want, and then I'll release all of that pressure and ride along with him. Now, of course, asking him to go more or to go more quickly is exactly the same. So if he's walking nicely and I want faster, it's a new smile. Maybe I need a new squeeze, a new smooch. You see when I get the result that I want. But then I would need more energy. So Valentino realizes that I want to keep going quickly up the trail. And I talk about carrying the energy and staying interested in where he goes. When it's time to ask him to stop, we're also going to use some phases to do this. The first phase, I'm just going to stop riding. I want to take the energy away. I want to double check and make sure that I get my heels down and my toes up, so everything below my belt starts to go forward and down. Everything that's above my belt is going to start to go back and forth. So just stop riding and let the energy go. Oftentimes the release of the energy is enough to get him to stop. If he stops, I'm done. I can wait until I'm ready to ask him for something new. If he doesn't stop when I stop riding, my next phase of pressure, I'm going to lift my reins right there to about the top of my stomach. If he stops, I'm done, and I'll let him go loose again. If he doesn't stop when I lift the reins, I'm going to hold the reins, closing my hand firmly and bringing the reins back towards my belt. If he stops, I'm done, and I'll let him go loose again. If I get to where I've added a pound or so of pressure coming back and it doesn't feel to me as if he's stopping, I'm going to start to think, oh no, he's not going to stop. Anytime that he gets me thinking, oh no today, I'm going to take my free hand, I'm going to reach as far as I can down one or two reins, and I'm going to bend my horse by bringing my hand back to this position here against my leg. I'm going to hold that firmly enough. He cannot just pull away from me again, and I'm going to wait. He may circle a time or two before he stops, but he'll stop and let the rein go loose. He'll stop pulling. When he lets the rein go loose, I can also let it go and be pretty sure that he's going to stay here with me. Now, I say to you all that we use that anytime that you get thinking, oh no, so that really works for you like your emergency brake. You know, if you get out there and he starts to go too fast, you start to lose your balance, anytime you get that kind of oh no feeling, reach down one of the reins, bend him until he stops with you. Once he stops and he lets the rein go loose, you can also let him go. And I will tell you, I have ridden out there with people and seen it happen where we're going along and something starts to go a little bit wrong for somebody. You look over and you just see see this horrified expression come over their face, and they do one of these where they fall up and just hold on with their hands and their legs. That is a useless position. You're going to get a horse going faster than what you ever thought was possible. When you get out in front of him like this, you've got no balance, and as your legs come up behind you, he's going to buck. You've got that happening. When you're hearing that funny screaming sound, you realize, yeah, that's me. You fix it, get yourself pushed back, so you get your weight into your seat, get your legs underneath you, so you can reach down on his reins and bend him until he stops. And then, of course, asking your horse to turn, you want to think about your eyes that you have here, but you also want to think about it as though you had eyes out on your shoulders and on your hips, your knees, your toes, and then last of all, eyes on your knuckles. Now, I talked to you about your knuckles last because your hands, they're the last aid that you use when you ask your horse to turn, and they're the least important aid. When I'm ready to ask Valentino to turn, I'm just going to turn and look with all of my eyes in the direction that I want him to go. I'm going to look eye level or above, so I'm looking towards the rooftops and the treetops. So I'm going to start out by turning my eyes and my head. I'll let my shoulders, my hip, my knee, my toe point. I'm going to start to go with me. Even before my hand goes anywhere, he'll already start. Well, maybe not. And if not, then I'm going to get my hand into it, where my hand also comes out there underneath my eye. So for that right turn, I'm going to carry my lane right-handed so I can turn and look and guide him to the left. If it's a left turn, I'm going to switch left-handed so I can turn and look and guide him over to the left. Does that make sense to everybody? All right. Really good. Now, as we're starting out, what I was talking to you about is how important it is that we keep our horses busy doing horse and rider jobs. All that I mean by that, when we go riding today, have your ideas, get your ideas to become the horse's idea. It's not enough just to climb up here and sit on him like the passenger and hope he makes good choices. So, for example, going down the trail, we come to a spot where there's a tree. In front of us goes on the left side, but there's a little bit on the right. Maybe go on the right side. So you're doing your job. He's not just following the tail. Or maybe we're out there with all the sides of the front of the I'd like to get faster. The horse in front of us goes, and Valentino just goes with him, even though I didn't ask him to. If I didn't ask for that, I don't want it anymore. We'll slow him down for just a second. Ask him to go on. So he's doing that as my job, and he's not just dragging me like a passenger going up the trail. If you can give your horses little tasks to do, really insist that they do them, what you're going to find is that they'll be interested in what you all do together as the team. If you just become a passenger sitting and hoping for the best, he's going to get bored with you very quickly, and he's going to start looking for ways to amuse himself, and you're going to find that he's got a different sense of humor. His idea of a good time on the trail, he likes to go out there to eat grass, and he loves to horse around with his pals and go out there with him. And neither one of those two things are any fun for us as riders. If it does happen to you that he pulls his head down where he's eating the grass, that's not anything to worry about. We don't want to fall into the trap of looking down there at what he's doing and just trying to pull him away. We're not strong enough just to match our strength against him. And what's more, it's not even important that we get his head up. What is important is that he starts the job that he's supposed to. So if he's supposed to go forward, guide him forward with the smile, the squeeze, the smooch. He'll get his own head up to get going. And then we can give him other jobs to do. So we go from one pass to the next instead of one mouthful of gas. I also talked about how we might see some horseplay. Well, if I see that Valentino wants to come around my Chief and talk to him about who's tougher, he's heading in this direction, giving him a dirty look and threatening a bite or a kick. There's a dirty look from Chief right there with his ears rolled up like a little villain. Now from Valentino. If I see that kind of thing, I'll just give him a new job. Maybe I would change his direction. Or maybe I'll get him to stop with him. Just get him focused on doing one of my jobs so that he's not just out there goofing around with the boys like I didn't go with him. And I will tell you, that horseplay, sometimes it's fast, and once you get a chance to do it, he's going to bite you. And you don't know. Remember that emergency brake. Maybe until he stops with you. Once he stops and he lets the brake go loose, you can also. Of course, it's always possible. You're out there riding along, you've got your horse going, he's perfect, he's doing everything that you've asked of him. But one of the other riders brings the horse in close to you, and you see that horse coming with that dirty look like he wants to get something started. I don't want Valentino to get bitten or kicked when we ride today. When horses bite and kick each other, they aim for the middle. Sit here in the middle, and I do not want to get bitten or kicked. So if that other horse is coming with that dirty look, especially if the other rider doesn't help me, I want to do something about it. If there's room, I'll ride out of the way. Or maybe I'll get him to stop with me, let the other horse go by. But if that horse is getting close to us or he's coming quickly, try and give that horse a dirty look with my own. Get my hand out there with some energy. My whole arm out there. Let that horse know, hey, don't get into my space. Of course, we talk about keeping them busy, so it's very unlikely unless somebody's just not paying attention. So I'm going to say something to the other riders so they start to help us out a little bit instead of just being a passenger here on their horse. Are there questions? Anything that you guys are not comfortable with? The last thing, when we finish and we get back here, wait until one of us that's working comes along to help you down. We're going to come and take a hold of your horse and we'll ask you to step down. We'd like to see you stand up in the stirrups. Right leg around behind you. Lean over the saddle and get your left leg out. Once you have both of your feet free, you can come down nice and easy. You don't have to worry about getting a foot caught in the stirrup and getting dumped over on your back and having everything that goes with that. All right. Does everybody remember the name of the horse that I have told you? Yes. Just a minute, we'll work on that.
Yeah.
He's gonna kick the other horse? Like not the horse riding the other horse? Then just
Horse is tired, Ashley.
Huh?
Horse is tired now. Just look at me. Make sure it's recording. Yes.
What is the horse just like running off? Just like hold it back.
Pretty much stay.
That smell.
Keep your head up when you're riding around, so then you can actually get some video. You don't want to just like look at
We're gonna see the horse start to trot, and then we're gonna go grass. See somebody in the grass.
The horse will kill you.
Only if they step on you or kick you.
They're gonna kill me.
No, you're too cute to kick. Plus, you got a little horse knee on your shirt there. You're gonna think you're part of the team.
I'm so scared. Like, what if I don't know what to do and I'm like in a panic mode? I'm gonna forget everything to do.
Remember to smile.
No, the smile one is like when you like drop it, right? Like
You smile, it's posture. Just smile and look
And
where you
then
want to
it'll
go,
go,
and
right?
you sit up straight.
And that's when it goes
And that's how you should go, yeah.
So how do you want them to do it? I don't get it. Go.
Ashley, Sarah was put all the way over. Put too far.
Oh my god. 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 How do I hold this? Like this? Okay. This side's like weird. That's good.
Good?
Yeah, thank you. Ashley, help.
Oh,
Oh,
Sarah, you need to finish.
sorry. Thank you.
Photo, Sarah. And Ashley. There you go.
Okay.
the right. Hold your hand out to the right.
No.
No biting.
Dad, I'm freaking out. Freaking out.
Go to the left. Hold. Go to the left.
Mine's trying to eat the food.
Oh. Can I pet it?
Of course you can.
It's okay. You're sweaty. Does that look good?
Fine. They should naturally follow each other, so you're good. Want to pet my horse?
You okay, Ashley?
You get.
No, I'm scared.
It's okay, right?
Yeah.
Skirt. Skirt.
So if I want to move right, just do this.
Yeah, you have to hold your hand out. And then you can like squeeze it if you want to.
And if I want to stop it, I just like.
You lean back.
Okay.
My horse is taller than yours.
At least I got a brown one. It's really sweaty though. It's like.
You get a brown one.
I'm sure she was just washed.
I rode Guppy yesterday. I rode Lydia for the last ride.
Feel it breathing.
It's an animal.
Is it okay? It's moving a lot.
Hey guys, my name's Wiley and I'll be riding with you guys today. Also riding with us is Brittany over here in the black baseball cap and Jean back there in the long hair. You guys, you're all going to start and follow me up and out the driveway to the right stream. With your right hand, you're going to look right. Twist your body right. Bring your right hand up and out to the right.
Look right. Move your hands right.
Shouting, you're missing my shell.